Shalom lekulam. Hi everybody. Today is a special message to all of you, and because every Shabbat or every Yom Tov, and particularly Rosh Hashanah that is coming soon in a very close time. And I always wanted to bring into every special date of Jewish calendar the, if I can say, the right kavanah, the right thought, the best intention that we can enter to Rosh Hashanah, particularly now, that can make it a bit different from the year you did before. And I took a Parashas Nitzavim. Actually, this parasha discussed by last week, but I would like to take the beginning of the parasha and the end of parasha and connect it to Rosh Hashanah. Today is 26th of Elul. There are just few days before Rosh Hashanah. And Rosh Hashanah, we say, is a day of judgment. And all of us are in front of eyes of Hashem. We are in different places. America, Russia, I'm in Kazakhstan, but we are all in front of his eyes. All the year, and especially now, in the months of Elul, and especially on Rosh Hashanah, 1st and 2nd Tishrei. And in Parashat Nitzavim, there are, I think I found for myself also the special words that Moses spoke to Israeli camp, to Jewish people before he passed away. Actually, all the Sefer Devarim, the book Devarim, these are the words of Moses before he passed away. He spoke to the people of Israel again to remind them, to tell them about what was happened before, and about the long way they passed till they came to the border of Israel. It's called Eretz Canaan, or now we call it Aretz, right? Israel. And he would like to remind, to refresh, and to pay attention to the sin that happened, that shouldn't happen again, and what actually the Jewish people should carry with them during their life, in their mind, in their actions, as we said, and walk in his ways. In Torah it says, go by the ways of Hashem. And I would like to read the beginning. So it's Sefer Devarim, Parashat Nitzavim, Pasuk 9 to 14. You are standing today, all of you, before Hashem, your God, the heads of your tribes, your elders and your officers, all the men of Israel, your small children, your woman, and your proselyte who is in the midst of your camp. Proselytes are the people who was converted to Judaism, non-Jewish people. From the hewer of your wood to the drawer of your water, for you to pass into the covenant of Hashem your God, and into his imprecations that Hashem your God seals with you today, in order to establish you today the people to him, and then he be God to you, as he spoke to you and as he swore to your forefathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Not with you alone do I seal this covenant and these imprecations, but with whoever is here standing with us today before Hashem, our God, and with whoever is not here with us today. So he said that with the people who are now in front of him, and he said that who is not here is for future generations. And these words, particularly like in this parasha, he would like to secure the security of covenant of allegiance of Israel people with Hashem. It's called renewal of covenant. The first covenant, it was on Mountain Sinai, when Moses speak with Hashem on Mountain Sinai, and we got the Luchot HaBrit, and we got the Torah. It was the covenant, and now he remind the people again, make sure they remember what was done, what happened, and now we continue to carry it. And especially now, before the people enter to Israel, we have to remember it, that we had a covenant with Hashem. And actually, here is many things we can study and learn. And why I took especially this part and this chapter, this parasha, because these 2 days, first and second Tishrei, how their sins are going are. Again, I speak by metaphor, by analogy. As I said in my previous videos, that the material and spiritual world, like everything that in material world, it's an analogy to spiritual world. So the people was, as Moses said, Atem Nitzavim Chayom Kulchem Lifnei Adonai Elokeichem. And now you're standing in front of Hashem, right? Your God. So these are 2 days, is like stagnation. It's like there is a game. I don't know if it's a Russian game, but when I was small, we played this game. Like you're running around, and the person who is leading the game, he should in one point he should say says stop, and then you freeze. But actually, it looks like you are not alive, right? But you still have the blood going in your body, the energy that you have, but you freeze. It looks like you can see, you can hear, you can feel, but you are not moving. So the same is happening with the world, we say, in spiritual way, and also in material way, that everything stops for us, and we stand in front of Hashem, and we do tefillot, our prayers, and we gather together again, because exactly the beginning, when he said, and you stand, all of you, it's show the unity of camp of Israel. And now again, like year to year, just I would like you notice that exactly every year we say Jewish calendar, Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year, first Tishrei to next first of the Tishrei, right? Particularly before these days, few weeks before, we are going through Parashas Nitzavim. Every year it's repeated and repeated. It's like we have to understand that Torah is a met, it's neshit. It's given us by Hashem in Mountain Sinai. It will never be changed. It was never changed. And when Moses spoke to people, it's Hashem spoke to people through him. He's Naviim, right? He cannot speak with us, right? Because we remember the experience before when Hashem say, Ani Hashem Elokecha, and people heard the voice, the souls left the body of the people. So they could not stand this divine light. And then Hashem alive them again. And He's sending us people. If we go through Tanakh, through the Torah, right? We say Naviim, the people who spoke with camp of Israel, but Hashem was spoken with us. So the same through Torah, because the Torah is what He gave us to be connected to Him, to kind of drive close to Him, to understand what is what is it? The divine light, right? The all it's was going around, and it's like every year we coming to this point, and we coming to this point, and we stand in front of him all together. Doesn't matter where you live now, where you listen to me now. Everywhere we're going through this cycle. Every year he wears, he reminds us. We had a covenant on Mountain Sinai. Please look, stand, look behind, look forward. Look what you're doing now. Just remind yourself who you are. You are my child. Where are you now? Are you going in my ways? Are you follow the Torah? Are you follow the mitzvahs? What are you doing now? Every year he wears. He going through our minds and remind us by Torah. And this particular chapter we read every day. And I want that this Rosh Hashanah, before we enter to these days, we understood that the Hashem is watching us always. There is also a part of in Sefer Devarim, it's chapter 11, pasuk 10 to 12. There is Ekev, Parashas Ekev. It's a land which Hashem your God looks after, on which Hashem your God always keep on eye from year's beginning to year's end. What does it mean? From first Tishrei to another first Tishrei. He always looking on us. He always take care of us. He's always here. And the most Shina, the most divine light, it's, as we said, reveals in Israel. And then afterwards is going around the world. So this is the main point, that now again, we are standing in front of him. We have to analyze where we are now. And when, particularly this part, when Moses spoke to camp of Israel, they were standing, they was going to cross the Jordan. And just imagine the line, okay? First in material world. Again, everything that happening here, happening in spiritual world, but by analogy. So now in material world, the Moses spoke with Israel before he died, before his death, and he reminded the covenant. Now you enter, now you crossing this part, you enter to Israel. What does it mean to enter to Israel? So in material world, we are walking, or I don't know, they was going by horses. They crossing the river, right, and they enter to Israel. So this is here, we done it, we did it, right? And then what does it mean? It means this crossing point, it means Israel is where is Hashem, your God, where is he now reveals the most. And other part of the world, it's, yes, here is there, but it's like you're still among the sins that can how to say, that can take you away from the ways of Hashem, kind of like this. So that's why Hashem wanted us to be, particularly in Eretz Israel, to live there, to keep all their, to gather us together, the place where we can serve him in the most way, in the best way. Okay, now it doesn't matter where we are. It's happened like that. It's a God providence, but the point was like this. And he said, now you're crossing this line. You are with me or you're not with me. Are you going back to me? Are you doing shuvah like we do? We say we're doing heshbon nefesh. We write down what we did good, what we want to improve, and what was the sin that actually taken us away from Hashem, or that reject to us, don't give us benefits through this year. So are you here or you are here? Just he wear us again. He tells us, just stand. Imagine this, how we stand before in front of Mountain Sinai, and when the people stand in front of Moses, when he was spoken with them, that this, keep in mind, and just going through and take a point where you are. And the last point of the last, paragraph, it's also Nitzavim, Pasuk 15 to 19, so I read it. See, I have placed before you today the life and the good, and the death and the evil. That which I command you today, to love Hashem your God, to walk in his ways, again, to walk in his ways, right? To observe his commandments, the mitzvot, right? his decreases and his ordinance, that you will live and you will multiply, and Hashem your God will bless you in the land of which you come to possess it. But if your heart will stray, and if you'll not listen, and you are led astray, and you prostrate yourself to the gods of others and serve them, I tell you today that you will surely be lost. You will not lengthen your days upon the land that you cross the Jordan to come there to possess it. I call heaven and earth today to bear witness against you. I have placed life and death before you, blessing and curse, and you shall choose life, so that you will live, you and your offspring, to love Hashem your God, to listen to his voice, and to cleave to him, to stick to him, to be close to him, do what he wants. For he is your life and the length of your days, and dwell upon the land that Hashem swore to your forefathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. Very, very strong words. So this paragraph is giving us choice, the free choice. Are you doing that, or are you not doing it? Are you follow ways of Hashem, or you not follow ways of Hashem, right? And he said, if you listen to me, you follow my ways, so you will have, actually here in material life, you will have their successful life, you will have everything you need, right? And if you don't listen to me, like you pray to other gods, or you're doing the thing that I actually Hashem didn't want us to do, so it will not give you benefits. It will not. Sometimes if it will back to you in really good way, right? So he said, he offer you life and good, or death and evil. Okay, a bit saying very strong, but just to wake up us, to make us think. And that what going basically every year before Rosh Hashanah, we're going through this chapter. We imagine we are standing again, Nitzavim, in front of Hashem, right? And he asking us again, are you choosing the life or the death? Are you with me or you're not with me? Just choosing now. Go back to me. We say tshuva, tashuv, to go back to God, right? To follow his ways. Do something small, okay? Remind yourself where you are now, right? It's more connect to our thoughts, our thinking, our actions. Where you are now. You are here before the Israel across the Jordan, or you already enter. You already connect to me. You reestablish this covenant, these areas, right? And the main point again, that all the Jewish people, what the main goal of us, it's to bring the Mashiach, right? But as we said, first start from yourself. You are small Bet HaMikdash. Your soul from Hashem in the body. Start from yourself. Do this part of yourself. And then your children will do it, and then everybody will do it. And then the Mashiach will come. We cannot just wait it and crying and cry and just to pray. We have to do something. Ikarama said, the main thing we are doing here, we are connect material world, should go together with spiritual world. So our actions actually, right? And since we do, and the thinking and the mind. And in Talmud, it said that if we go back to Torah, when we go back to Torah, we say, what is Torah? This is Hashem himself. It's a very great things to do. And this make the time of Mashiach closer. And in Isaiah, it's chapter 59, Pasuk 20, that is said, so we read it from, okay. And the Redeemer, okay, Hashem, will come to Zion, Jerusalem, to those in Jacob, it means to Israel, who turn from transgression, who turn from the things. Turn from sins, it's go back to Shuv, to Hashem, go back to Torah. and this what will bring Mashiach. Okay, and this video, I hope, give you this inspiration, give you this this awakeness of why this Rosh Hashanah, why this holiday we say, but actually we call it Yom HaZikaron, right? The time of remembrance. Why we called it? We have to remember from first year, this year, to the next year. Every year is the cycle, is the life that we live in now. But how we live it, what we doing, where we are with Hashem or without Hashem. Do we want to enter to Israel? Do we want to enter to his world, to his reality, right? And Shana Tova Umituka, as Rabbi Milubavitch always says, bracha ve'atzlacha, love to everybody, and I will see you after we cross this border on Rosh Hashanah. See you.